Resume. Welcome to Lunch and Learn Zoom Friday. On behalf of Debbie, Olivia, and myself, we want to welcome and thank each one of you for attending today. If this is your first time to visit, please type hashtag newbie in the chat and the name of the person that invited you here. To make it easier for follow-ups, we like to keep our chat organized, so we'll call and let you know when it's time to put your contact information in, any events, and all of those things that you do today. For those of you who may not know, we're a group of global entrepreneurs that come together each week and we challenge and inspire one another. We celebrate milestone achievements. We share best practices, tips, tools, and resources. Sometimes we practice our elevator pitches. And one of the things that we do is our main objective is to help one another rise higher, go further, faster. We do business together. We do a whole lot of different things together. And it's been my honor and privilege to be facilitating this group since the last week of May 2020. And boy, have we come a long way. So if you're looking for a tribe, if you're looking for creative solutions to grow your business, this would be the place. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and Brenda, go ahead and introduce yourself. She is a guest of Balbir. Balbir was unable to make it today, but I promised that I would take good care of her. So go ahead, Brenda.
Is that about a minute, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So my name is Brenda. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I think I see a few Canadians. Yeah, one Canadian. And yay! And I am actually a cancer survivor of 5 years. So I have, changed my whole lifestyle. I do essential oils. That's all I use. So I won't go into that, but changed on my whole healthy lifestyle. But there was one missing piece. I wasn't working out. I was too busy. I was too tired. I don't feel like it. Anyway, one of my friends invited me over to a group Zoom online workout. And oh my God, within 5 days, the habit was created. But what made it work was that the whole support of the people were there. I mean, I was working out by myself, but not really by myself. And the support was huge, and the accountability, because I knew those ladies and those men are waiting for me. So I had to show up. I couldn't think about it. So that's what I did. I started sharing, and I was changing these ladies' lives. And it was like so emotional. Like I've changed them in so many ways that I can't even explain. So what I do now, that's what I do, is I have a group Zoom online workout at 9:15 every single day, Eastern Standard Time. I invite these ladies as guests and they're hooked because of the support. So that's what I do. So anybody who is looking to work out, who hasn't worked out, who has had a diagnosis of any kinds, but I'm all about fun. I'm all about vibes and energy. And that's what we do. I do it together. And being a cancer survivor, you kind of support other ladies going through the same issues, right? And so for me, helping people is number one. And we work out. It's fun. So come join us one day.
Thank you very much, Brenda. And again, welcome. Okay, folks, we're going to go ahead. We're going to go live on Facebook here in just a second. Let's see here. Are we ready? We are live on Facebook. So welcome to Lunch and Learn Zoom Friday, the January 22nd, 2021 edition. We're so glad that everyone is here today. What an exciting time it is to be an entrepreneur in 2021. There's a lot of great things going on. There's tons of opportunity like never before. So if you haven't jumped on this bandwagon and figured out that you probably need to be in this space, this is your opportunity to learn more. We invite you to come join us. We're a group of global entrepreneurs from all over the world that come together each week. And one of our primary objectives is to help one another rise higher, go further, faster. We work together as teams. We do joint ventures. We cooperate. We actually do business together. So our first objective of today is I want to talk a little bit about the elephant in the room, current events. This platform is not a place to get political, but what we do want to bring forward is something that might interfere with entrepreneurs, without free capitalism, and all of these things that is worldwide. And one of the things that I want you to really think about is, raise your hand if you are an author or an aspiring author. Okay. There is probably about 85 or 90% of everybody in our tribe right now that has either authored a book or is planning on authoring a book. And one of the most scariest things that came out last week was the fact that these publishers have gotten together all over the world, and they're trying to shut down book deals. And if that can happen to them, it can happen to us. Just because somebody doesn't like what it is that we stand for, or that we don't, they don't like what it is that we're trying to put out into the world. I believe in, the free press and us being able to express ourselves. We got a lot of woo-woo people. You know what that is? And just think if one day you woke up and you couldn't publish your things, if you couldn't be out there online and doing all of this. Now, one thing that I also want to bring to your attention is, a lot of us are self-published. I know I am. So it's not about self-publishing, but it could be about, where are the platforms that you're going to put your books so that you can sell them? Where's the number one place? Amazon, right? Where most of us have it, the Kindle and all of these different things. So I want you to really think hard about how you're setting your infrastructures up and who you are beholden to make sure that you don't get caught up in all of this mess, and that you can wake up and be shut down. We've talked about censorship before. We've talked about how a lot of us have been in Facebook jail. Absolutely no political anything. It's just might be something that we posted, something about our business. And there's been a lot of entrepreneurs that have woke up one day and lost their livelihoods because they relied only on something like, Facebook or YouTube or some of those other channels. And let me tell you what, that's extremely dangerous. The whole time that I've been meeting with you, I've told you, don't do that. Jessica came on a few weeks ago and she was telling us about how it's very important to back up your data, back up your contacts and all of those things. Something that I learned that I wasn't aware of was that Amazon houses and host all of these hosting for the majority of everything that's going on in the world. So we are beholden to them, even though you might not realize it. So where is your website being hosted? You know what I'm saying? So you need to look at all of those things and figure that out. So that I just kind of wanted to bring that to the forefront. Anything that has to do with stifling entrepreneurship and free capitalism, I will be bringing forward, but this is not a place for any kind of political chatter or anything like that, because I understand we have people from both sides of the platform here. And I know what a struggle it's been for everyone during this past year. So I just wanted to talk about that. Are there any kudos, celebrations, and recognition? Do we have any birthdays, anniversaries, or anything like that? Kate Unger, come on down. What you got going on, girl?
I have no birthday, but that's gone and passed already. But I would love to share. I actually just got reached out to this morning to do another interview. I did an interview last week that was that I think I did share on Facebook. I just got asked by Brian Crombie in Toronto to actually be interviewed for his show. I did another interview, a mini one for a PBN broadcast. And the last little while, Agatha and I, as everyone knows, have been doing these really fun workshops about how you show up. And I've been saying, because we're having so much fun, I've been saying we need to have our own TV show because we're funny. So
just ask you, you'll tell us you are funny, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we're just having so much fun and everybody's laughing and enjoying themselves and we're laughing. And so funnily enough, I had a conversation this week with someone and we have been invited to be part of something that's going on for a movie that's coming out.
Very cool.
So I'd say God delivered.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what happens there. I actually meant to make a list this morning, but I think there's more, but this is awesome and I'm very grateful.
Congratulations. Anybody else?
Claudio.
Go ahead, Claudio. Yes. I lost my screen.
No problem. Well, this coming Sunday, I turned 29 for the 32nd time. So I've gotten so good at it. I'm just loving it.
Well, you look fabulous. We
Oh,
must
thank you.
admit, right?
It's all the golfing, you see. It's keeping me
Oh, is
young.
that what it is? There you go.
Happy birthday, Claudio. Did you get what you wanted for your birthday?
Well, I got some brownies already, so that was nice. So, and then I've got my kids coming over on Saturday, so that will be enough for my birthday, anyways.
Are they
And celebrate with
special
my kids.
brownies?
That's what I was thinking.
No, they're not that kind, Jessica.
I was on the
Okay.
same page as you.
They're actually from Sendo Cards, which so far they're the best brownies I've ever tasted.
They are really
phenomenal.
good. They are
Yeah.
super good. I've sent them out to other people too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna have to try some. I've seen everybody you guys posted pictures.
I've
Hint,
never
hint,
got
I'm
hint.
gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you some.
I never got any from Seneca. I got the brownie from Banner Season, and it was pretty tasty too. So
Yeah, they're pretty similar. I heard. I haven't received any from those yet, but I heard they're pretty similar. So
Are there edge pieces or do you like the middles?
Oh, I love edges. I love edges.
Oh, we're getting down to the nitty
we have a
gritty.
lawsuit, Nancy. So
that's a totally other discussion.
I am going to put out there in the universe. There are 3 that I can see so far, and I love the eye behind you, Mary, because I know that there's more that I can't see. Opportunities for me with the Microsoft Corporation. Last night I was contacted by their executive team. I'm booked to teach an actual leadership training for the executive team in March, but last night I did, out of kindness, a LinkedIn class for this lead executive who contacted me has a cause in Canada that he cares about that's helping people get employed. And I did that as a gift for him. And I'm really building this genuine relationship with him. And there are 3 things I'd really love to see happen. I would love to get to the executive team of LinkedIn and do something with them and have some even have them hire me freelance to do some training. Because it's one of the things that we've discussed for the Microsoft team for me. And then, and what kind of honor is that, right? They own the damn platform. They're the software designers. Why do they want me training? It must be doing something damn right. And secondly, I have bank code, and they're looking at taking my intelligences class and potentially then taking the 6-week course that goes further with it for their executive leadership team, and potentially even adding the software itself. So some sort of freelance employment and these 2 different possibilities for me with my reseller license and intelligences courses with Microsoft. I am saying into the world, it is so going to happen because we are on the way. So I'm excited about that. And I just wanted to share it with the people that help manifest all these things for me. So, and so it is, all you people.
There you go. There you go.
Jessica, I'll
Yes.
add to that. I'll lend my energy to you because I'm on a very similar wavelength. So we are connected and I love that. But I'm also focused on improving communication, specifically getting some like communication skills, and maybe you could help teach there, for example. But
Yes.
like super nerdy, almost autistic, really intellectual people, computer nerds like me, sometimes can't socially relate. And we need your amazingly emotive, super expressive skills. Like just imagine how we could change the industry if we were able to implement on the code level the social skills that you have.
Let's chat
That could be
offline so
outstanding.
we're not hogging
There you
this.
go.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when we started getting engineers over to the MBA program. We thought we was going to lose our minds for a bit, but it was a real good marriage. They needed it desperately.
Yeah.
So that's a great idea. Anybody else have anything that they'd like to share? Go ahead, Karen.
Sure. Well, I'm now consistent on social media, so this is a good win. And I committed to myself that I was going to do lives every day. And I think in the last couple of months, I've only missed, I think, 1 or 2 lives. And I'm getting on more podcasts. So it's just, I feel like I'm just really stepping into my own and sharing my message. And I'm very excited to do more podcasts. And who knows where that's going to lead me. So
Very good.
yes.
Very good. Yes, Juanita.
Kudos again to Olivia. Oh my gosh, I am just at it. Had some good hair days. Today's raining, so it's not too good. Had good hair days, did lots of new videos. So Olivia's got me going out there, and no marketing team. I had to let my marketing gal go, so I'm back to doing it on my own, but that's all right. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Olivia, and the Lori and Priscilla and all the other folks that kind of give in and help out, and Nancy, all y'all with the comments and stuff, and using LinkedIn in a new and different way. And I've gotten a booking this week. Woohoo!
Good job. There you go.
Travel is coming back. So thank you.
There you go. And I am looking forward to it. Let me tell you what. Okay. Now would be a time if you have any events coming up, any special events, let's put those in the chat today. Okay. Let's put those in the chat so that we can move along. Something that I want to do and get out right away is we need to get all of our affiliate components all in one place. So if you have a product or a service that you would like all of us to promote for you, I need you to send that to me via email along with your links and a short description. I'm going to compile that and put that all on, a graphic, something with live links, and then send it out on our Eagle update. That way we have everything in a centralized place. I'll put it also on Facebook and stuff like that, but I just think it's, we need to have that. And we've got so many people now that you're doing all these wonderful things, and it's hard to keep track of you. It's hard to support you. So again, this is for affiliate things. If you have something coming up, whether it's an event or product or service that you want all of us to be helping you promote, whether it's paid or not, go ahead and send that to me and I'll get that out this week. Let's see what else we have going on here. Olivia, do you have anything that you'd like to share? Okay, let's do our screenshot. For those of you who may not be aware, what we do is we have a theme each week, and this week was supposed to be our hobbies. So when we go around, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite hobbies. So if you have that, if you want to change your background or do something like that, get that ready. And I'm going to do a screenshot right quick. Everybody look in the camera. 3, 2, 1. Do another one. Hang on. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. Claudio, we'll go ahead and start with you.
Okay, so yeah, my name is Claudio, and obviously, I think everybody can probably guess what my hobby is. I don't know. I didn't want to make it too difficult, but yeah, I do love golf, and I try to get out as often as I can. It's not always that easy finding somebody that I can actually go during the day with you, but I'm definitely going to be following my friend Mike's example. He actually is a golf pro, and because of what we've both been able to accomplish in Cash FX, he does golf pretty much every day. He's got his dad living with him and his brother. So that's where my goal is. So did you say you want us to do our pitch right now too?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So my name is Claudio, like I said, and I am with a company called Cash FX. And what we do is we help you create a stream of passive income that requires little to no effort whatsoever. In 5.5 months that I've been with this company, I've been able to generate over $11,000 US in earnings. Part of that is the passive income, a good portion of it, but I've also chosen to build a team as well, which is completely optional. So even if you're happy with just having that passive income, earning anywhere from 5 to 7% per week on average, I'd love to show you how. So my hashtag is the money guy, and I'd love to have a chat with you.
All right. Thank you. Kay Lehman.
Okay. So I kind of have several hobbies. One, my newest hobby is pickleball. And for those of you who haven't heard of it, you need to learn it. It's a crazy game that's a cross between tennis and squash, and it's played with a wiffle ball and a small racket, like a racquetball racket with a bigger paddle head. Anyway, it's a lot of fun and you get a whole lot of exercise. My other hobbies, most of them are outdoors oriented, hiking, kayaking. So I love to hike in the mountains, go kayaking, and all. So that's my hobbies. And as Nancy said, I am Kay Lehman, and my company is Healthy Day, Healthy Life. And as we know, especially over this last year, a lot of people have become very, very aware of their health. And I help people one-on-one with health consultations to individually move them towards their health goals, whether it's losing weight, whether it's dealing with a specific disease that they're learning to live with, whether it is improving gut health, whatever it is. I would love to chat with you. And my hashtag is Rock Your Health.
All right. Marsha.
I'm Marsha Lecour, and I'm a daily accountability health strategist. And we know that many of us have put on some extra weight. We've had too many mindless dates in front of the fridge, right? So as the author of 4 books, I love helping entrepreneurs like you remove the extra weight so that you can feel comfortable in your body, remove finally at last food cravings, and feel calm around food. And so if you're interested in finding out more about how I can help you remove the extra weight on a daily basis, not just weekly accountability, daily. Students don't go to school 1 day a week, they go 5 days a week. Then go into the chat and put in daily accountability. Thank you.
Thank you. Karen.
Wait, what are her hobbies?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Oh, snowshoeing, hiking, meditating, writing, and mindfulness.
That was really cool. Those pictures on those snowshoes, man, they have really changed a lot over the years. I couldn't believe that. That was really cool. Thanks for sharing that with us. All right, now Karen.
Okay, my name is Karen, and one of my I have lots of things I love to do, but one of my favorite things is horseback riding. And I've been riding forever, and the horses have been a big therapy to me during all of this. Always has been, but I love being around it, and I love smelling them. So that is my hobby. And my business is called 50 and Free. I have did my massage business into being called 50 and Free. So are you approaching your 50s or in your 50s and just feeling stuck, and you just want simple steps to get unstuck? And you know, are you looking to improve your health, wellness, you know, maybe make a few extra dollars, have an extra paycheck? Well, I would love to connect with you, and that is 50 and Free, and that's me.
All right. What kind of horses do you have, Karen?
Well, I pretend I own horses, but I don't really own them. My friend has horses, but the mixture, like thoroughbred, quarter horse cross, Arab crosses.
My grandpa used to say, horses don't have a smell, they have an aroma.
They do have an aroma. I love the smell of horses.
Me too. Me too. Barry, Mellow
Hey,
Man.
thank you so much, and good morning, everybody. Hobby, we have a just over 1-year-old Australian cattle shepherd, and boy, she keeps us really busy, and what a personality. We love her. So that's my hobby. And what do? I take care of you and your family with your health, your beauty, your well-being by introducing you to North America's #1 online wellness shopping club with naturally powered, high performance, exceptional products at reasonable prices. So you're not making a buying decision, you're making a shopping decision. You just want to switch stores and shop at Melaleuca. We're over 35 years old, the original green and the original essential oils company, manufacturing over 450 products to take care of yourself and your loved ones. So I'll put my information in the chat so we can do a one-on-one. I'll learn how to refer each other better, and I'd love to do an introduction to Melaleuca, the wellness company. We do have a $1 membership for January, our New Year's special. $1 for a full year's membership, and you still get $100 worth of free products. I am the Mellow Man.
All right. Thank you, Barry.
You're
Laura?
welcome.
That when I'm on mute, right? It's a new part of our whole conversation, the whole mute thing. Yeah, so I have a lot of hobbies. I love martial arts. I love training with weapons. I love doing axe throwing, knife throwing, anything with that kind of thing, which may be scary for some people, but I've been doing it a long time, so it's really fun for me. And I love doing outdoor sports, a lot of winter sports like snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, which we haven't been able to do a lot this year. And I love nature hikes, canoeing, camping, that kind of thing. Like that's really stuff I love. And I love to travel and, you know, be in warm places, sit on a beach, that kind of stuff too. So I have a ton of hobbies. I probably couldn't talk about them all. I could use my whole 30 seconds up for that. Anyways, my name is Laura Armstrong. I'm a leadership accelerator and a communication expert. And as a 3-time world champion martial artist, I help you develop the skills, give you the tools, and map out the action plan to reach your full potential that will fast track you on the road to extraordinary leadership success. And the path that I've created for people on that is a 3-day leadership challenge, which I have coming up, that allows people to have dynamic change in 3 days in their business and their leadership, if that's something they want to choose to do. So I give you the path to that over 3 days. And it's pretty incredible. I'll put my information in the chat. If you have any questions, let me know. And that's me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I see that Elise Shelton, one of our members that we have not seen in a while, is on Facebook Live. So Elise Shelton, we want to do a shout out to you. Hope to see your beautiful face again on one of our Lunch and Learn Zoom Fridays. We're all waving, saying hello to you. We miss you. All right. Olivia Vo.
Hey there, everyone. So excited to share with you my hobby. I actually make jewelry, and I'm really good at making chainmail. And it's a really unique skill because I can spend hours just concentrating one thing. And I think that really helps me with looking at your LinkedIn profiles because I'll catch things that you guys miss. So I am a LinkedIn visibility expert. I want to help you this year to increase your LinkedIn vibe. So vibe, V-I-B-E, stands for visibility, your impact, and brand expression. So the way I do this is by teaching you through my interactive webinars that meets on Wednesday nights. So I'll put the information in the chat for you to join me next time, and hashtag LinkedIn to get in connection with me.
All right. Do you happen to have one of those beautiful rings that you've made that you can show everyone? She's a woman of many talents.
Not today. Today's
Not today. All right. Okay. Kate.
Oh, and I'm even unmuted. Wow. That's amazing. Hi, everyone. I actually have habits. I was in habits of hobbies. It starts with an H. I love to cook. I have for many, many years. I worked in the restaurant business for a very long time, and I was regularly asked by the chefs, why are you asking me so many questions? Are you opening your own restaurant? And so then I would go and I would deconstruct dishes and remake them and just really have fun with all of that. And I love to cook for other people. I love them to go, oh, this is so good. So it's really fun. I also love to hike. I'm a professional vocalist, but I am also sing for a hobby and fun. So it actually is my soul filler. It really inspires me, and it really makes me feel like I'm being a channel for love. So I am your inside out image and healthy lifestyle consultant. I help busy entrepreneurs to look and feel amazing, to look and feel empowered and in confidence, getting dressed in confidence, ease, and fun, taking you from invisible to magnetic in less than 30 days. Amplify your image, your impact, and your income. Beauty is not just skin deep. Your beauty shines from within to be transported outwardly. Therefore, it's so important to work holistically. We work with your mind, your body, and your spirit, raising the bar on your health, emotions, self-esteem, and confidence, and then amplifying it all through your authentic colors and style that fits your clothing personality and your lifestyle. You have 7 seconds to impact. What can you say in 7 seconds to make that deal more yours than it was before you started? People see color even before style subconsciously and begin to make decisions as to whether they could or even want to work with you. If you're interested in more information or the event we're having tomorrow, hashtag color me beautiful.
All right. Thank you. Susan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Susan, and I love to kayak, canoe, and camp in the summertime. In the wintertime, I'm not a real winter sports person, but I do love to do jigsaw puzzles. The bigger, the better, and it's almost like a meditation for me, and I enjoy making sourdough bread. So those are a few of my hobbies. But I am a health advocate, health and wellness advocate at Balanced Senses, and I'm passionate about giving people the knowledge and support that they need to help with health challenges the natural way. So have you ever felt like this? Then I invite you to try a new plant-based shampoo and conditioner that just launched yesterday. It's no parabens, no dyes, not tested on animals, and it has a secret ingredient. So if you would like to know more about what that secret ingredient is, let's have a coffee. Just put hashtag secret in the chat.
All right, I've got a couple of questions here. Some people have asked if if there's only one industry allowed in our tribe of Eagles. No, anybody can join our tribe. Now we do have some special events where there is only one that's allowed, and that would be in our virtual marketplaces, whether you might be in direct sales or something like that, or, otherwise anybody can join our tribe. I'd like to do a shout out here. We've got some people on Facebook Live. If y'all have not opened up your phones yet, Tim King, Matt Troxel, Jen Combs, Mickey Kenner. Those are some folks from back home in Arkansas. Hey, Daniel Redden, hello. Tell Laura, girlfriend, AWAG sister, I said hello. And happy to get everybody online. I've had a lot of people asking me, what is it that y'all do? And so I thought we'd do a couple of these Facebook Lives to let folks in on our secret, to tell them and show them and demonstrate what it means to be part of a tribe of people that truly does have each other's best interest at heart. We're all entrepreneurs. We're very ambitious. We all out here to make money. But the bottom line is we want to make a difference in the world. We want to make the world a better place to live, work, and play. And we have a variety of ways that we do that. And we work together to come up with creative solutions and work together. And it's just been a real blast. So anyways, I thank all of you who are out there watching on Facebook Live. We're glad to have you in there. And I hope this is beneficial for you. So Juanita Harvin, come on down.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all today? Hi, my name is Juanita Harvin. I'm the founder and CEO of Your Way Tours, a full-service travel agency and a military family-owned business. We'd like to be your global travel agency for your global adventures. We specialize in European castle tours, vineyard hopping, automobile tours, wellness in the Black Forest, and ancestry tours. Having lived overseas for over 40 years, we love to inspire the travel and share our cultural and culinary experiences from our personalized travel network. We know you want to travel, so let us help you get there. Work on your bucket list and follow those dreams. So we want you to dream now, plan now, and we're going to travel starting now. You got to get out there with Your Way Tours, hashtag global tours and trips. So quite obviously, here's the world in all its colorful, its fashion. That's one of my favorite things to do is travel. One of my hobbies, I guess you can call it a hobby now. But I love experiencing, the different cultures and seeing it. I don't like reading about it in a book. I want to go see it. And I love to ski. So, we couldn't go back to Araba this year. So all you all Canada folks, I'm going to need your help in figuring out, we got to get an alternate place to go to Canada soon to go ski for my family next year. But Your Way Tours, loving you, Nancy, and all the folks out there in Facebook, come and join us.
There you go. Thank you. Jessica. You are on mute, hon.
I know, I'm trying to unmute myself. Uh, I'm slow today. So hobbies. So, I'm the Italian mother of 7. And so I love sewing and painting. I like to paint. My grandmother was actually the seamstress for her town back in the day when, store-bought dresses were a big deal, or catalog ordered dresses or whatever. And I like to hike and kayak, and I love to travel. I hope that that is part of my world again very soon. And you know what? I have this whole box of amazing, like in really super expensive, even like real genuine turquoise beads and all these other things. I totally want Olivia to teach a class because I have all the supplies, but no skill, no talent, no knowledge. I got zip, okay, in that department. So Olivia totally needs to do a Zoom jewelry making class for us so I can use those supplies and put them to function. I am the sales and marketing consultant, LinkedIn and social media trainer. Also, I am certified in bank. I'm a licensed certified coach for them and reseller. And I have a virtual assistant membership program that helps get some of the tasks you need to do to produce those sales done for you with the team that I have. So I'm not personally a virtual assistant, but I do a lot of speaking and have a lot of fun and love this group a lot. So I think
So Jessica, what do you like to sew, hon? What do you make?
So I have made everything from things for the house, so curtains and pillows, and I did my entire baby set from the dust ruffle to the curtains to everything for the children when they were little. I've made fabric books and clothing for the kids and little dresses, and I made my daughter's first communion dress. And
oh wow!
So put lace socks. I've made
in your spare time, right? In your spare
hundreds
time?
of lace socks. So people always saying you should make a business because you can't find really like big, chunky, super ruffly, awesome lace ruffled socks, and I would make them all myself.
Oh
are you actually still doing any of that right now?
I
Among
have
the
had
12 different
people
businesses
say,
or
like,
what?
please make socks so we can buy them. I always make big batches of them and gift them when people have baby girls and stuff like that. I do all colors and sparkles and rhinestones and sequins on them, all kinds of fun stuff. And everybody's always told me I need to make a business out of it.
Yeah, you need another one.
Get you.
Thought.
Hire you a tribe of sewers. There you go.
Fantastic. That's right.
Mary, would you like to come on down?
Sure. Hi, guys. I liked to sew when I was a kid. I did that a lot with my mom, and we used to make matching like mother-daughter dresses and stuff, and that was always really fun. So I was really enjoying you talking about that. I don't do that now. I don't sew now. Now my hobbies are, I do a lot of math, honestly, which like how is math a hobby? But when you have a brain like mine, it's necessary. And so I particularly love finding mathematics, and I really love like Juanita said, she loves to learn about and go and visit other cultures. I connect deeply to people through their systems of mathematics and numbers because it's their patternings and it's their language. And it's also often their like beliefs and creation stories. And I've been finding it really interesting, like looking at like the Mayan calendar, or even like my husband, who's a Shuar man, he's from Ecuador. It's a tribal guy. The way that they count their numbers, like we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they put their hands together for 5 and they do like a stomp. It's totally different. And so then that brings me into like dance and where the different cultures of dance intersect. And so I'm a dance teacher and a yoga teacher, and I absolutely love that. And so I find that I really like to communicate through that math and sound and music and dancing. And that's just what I'll spend all my time doing. So I love that. And that has led me in my career. So who am I? What do I do? Leads me right into, in my career, I was Engineers Without Borders. And so it took me, all over the world to do projects. And now I'm a doctoral student for Doctors Without Borders. And so I'm bringing together a lot of different cultures. I'm in integrative medicine. And I'm finding right now, particularly just bridging the gaps in communication is solving more problems than any scientific advancement in medicine, honestly. So especially now that we're all here online in a new way of connecting, there's a lot of really big booms there that makes things work. And so we're finding new ways to function, collaborate. And it's all just look at those patterns of how we communicate. Even like the music we listen to, like we all get together and sing Christmas carols. Like, how do you feel? Like, amazing. You know, what if we all had like a common song? So I like to explore
We've
those.
talked about that before. I think it was Debbie,
Yeah.
Olivia, that we said that
Theme
we need to
song.
get us a theme song. We
Theme
need to
song,
work
yeah.
on that.
Yeah, it brings
Yeah,
people
but-
together because
Yes, it does.
you
So
start to
we
resonate.
need to write that down and make that happen. Well, thank you for sharing, Mary.
Sure,
Priscilla?
thank you.
Yes, hello everybody. Hope everyone is well. And as far as things that I like to do, I'm just like Kate. She loves to sing. I do too. I've been singing ever since I was in elementary school. I've always been in glee clubs and choirs in the church. Through high school, I've been in glee clubs. And then in college, basically music. I love music. So in college, we had to learn an instrument. So one thing I did learn how to do is play the piano, play the guitar, and also I learned how to play Dutch handbells. That was very, very interesting. So music just gives me a calm, you know, I love it. I also love to travel. And sew. I used to sew when I was younger, but that is something that I like to do. I haven't been doing it much now, but that is something that I like to do too. And as far as what I do, I'm an independent associate of Legal Shield. And with Legal Shield, unexpected legal questions and identity theft issues arise every day amongst us. And with the Legal Shield on your side, you will have access to experienced law firms and attorneys, as well as licensed investigators, skilled in identity theft monitoring and restoration. And no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue is, you will have the power to get legal and identity theft advice and services when you need them. So with Legal Shield, it's a company that will help you with these services. So again, I'm Priscilla Rose, and with Legal Shield, you will worry less and live more.
All right, thank you. LaDonna, are you available?
Can I just put in a plug here for Legal Shield?
Sure.
Yeah, I've been a member for probably 40 years now.
Wow.
Paying the same monthly fee from day one. It hasn't gone up.
I'm a member as well. It's an amazing program to have. People don't realize how much use they can get out of it. And I think that that's really, I know lots of people that have like spend money on legal things that they wouldn't actually have to spend money on if they knew that this was available and learned how to leverage it. It's like it pays for itself over and over and over again.
Yeah, I agree.
I
We both had our, oh, sorry, Jessica.
Go ahead.
Okay. We both had our wills
Okay,
done,
Laura, you go first. Laura.
we both had our wills done, and I have different contracts all the time that I'm having them look at all the time, and it doesn't cost me anything. So I agree. Yeah.
And Priscilla, I'm on there too. Matter of fact, I'm on it so much, I just joined the team this past December, and I'm not going to compete in this circle with you, but I'm going to tell you, I love it. I believe in it. And I have a friend right now, and think about this with all the stuff that's going on medically in the world. Her husband has needs emergency gallbladder surgery. He was moved from, no hospital would take him. He was moved from hospital to hospital. He's now in a room with some criminal who's chained to his bed. He's still not getting service. He's still not getting surgery. And I was like begging them, saying, you need an attorney, even if it's not legal, you need an attorney to help for your rights, for your to get medical care. It's frightening what's happening right now.
Yeah,
I'm one of Priscilla's clients as well. Great service.
All right. My goodness, Priscilla, I hope you're taking names to make sure you get everybody. Y'all need to go over to her LinkedIn and give her these testimonials so that she could use those. That's one of the things that we talk about. And I think Olivia's been pushing that pretty hard here recently on talking about the importance of doing testimonials, and Jessica as well. LaDonna, are you available?
I am available. Hello, happy Friday, everyone. I have several hobbies. My number one hobby is my family. I love going to the grandson's basketball games and football games and my granddaughter's volleyball games and dinners and luncheons with my girls. I love traveling. My bucket list says to see every state in the USA and several countries, and I've almost got the USA done. I love to travel anywhere. When I travel, I love to junk. Any flea market, any sale on the side of the street, and I find the awesomest items. I just love that. Cooking. I've had my own restaurants in the past. I love cooking. I love cooking for anyone and everyone. Sewing. I have sewn since I was a little girl. I have sewn anywhere from a bathing suit to wedding dresses, redone them. My favorite thing to sew is to take t-shirts and make them into blankets. And I usually do a lot of those around Christmas time and graduation times, because a lot of people will use those for gifts. Gardening. This is my last. When I went to the ocean last week, I picked up this little angel.
We can't see you, LaDonna. Your video is off.
What happened to me? Am I back?
No. We haven't been able to see you the whole time. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. So when I was at the ocean last week, there was a junk sale. And look what I found. $2. And she goes in the yard. And gardening is my other best hobby ever. I have the most beautiful flower beds in the spring and summertime. Not so much right now. So I am LaDonna. I am your Revital You expert. Are you lacking sleep? Look here, sweet dreams. This little purple bottle answers so many questions. Take a dropper full about 30 minutes before you want to go night-night. You get relaxed and it helps you sleep better at night. We've also found that you can add this to if you have a rash, acne. If you have teenagers, they have acne, you just dab it on and get up the next morning. If they're not gone, they will almost be gone. Beautiful purple bottle. I could hook you up with it. I will put my link in the comments. Hashtag healthy you.
All right. I think that has everyone. Thank you all for sharing. And one of the things that we love doing is it allows us to get to know one another on a more personal basis each time. So I love all these different things. I don't know about you, but listening to some of you talk about this stuff kind of brings back some things that maybe you've forgotten how much you've loved doing these hobbies and you've kind of let them go by the wayside. So hopefully that'll encourage you to put some time in your calendar to get back to doing some of the things that you love. And also some of the things that people talk about is one of the reasons they want to achieve financial independence is so that they can spend more time doing the things that they love rather than spending all their time working at a job or, you know, trying to generate cash. Well, I would say, how about finding a career, an entrepreneurial opportunity that you can have it all, where you really love, where it's not feeling like you have to get up and go to work every day, and you can still do all those things that you love, and you're not spending 80 hours a week working on your business unless that's what you choose to do. So thank you all for sharing that. Our question of the day for
Nancy, what's your
yes.
hobby?
My hobbies. Well, let's see here. I love to ride the Harley motorcycle. I love to jet ski. I love to travel. I love to plan fun adventures for my 8 grandchildren when they come to visit. And I'm that cool grandma who's always got something going on, and it's real creative stuff. It's not that boring stuff that you hear about. I'm not that grandma. I'm something where when they come, they're going to remember it forever.
And I can testify that she does all these things. She's not just posing by the motorbikes or posing by the Harleys either. Like she's doing them.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
I
right.
can
I got my
totally see that. I
license. I
could
can drive
totally
a
see that.
boat. I can fly an airplane. And that's on my list for this year to finish up my license, by the way. So I'm going to
Wow.
throw that out there. My daughter-in-law is actually a helicopter instructor as well as an airplane, and they just got a new airplane, and they live up in Wisconsin and all of that. So I can't wait to go up and probably let her give me a check ride or something. I don't know. That'll be pretty cool. She's carrying on our family tradition, and my dad was a pilot. My uncle's a pilot. My brother's a pilot. So I can fly an airplane, but I just didn't finish up my license. So I need to get that done. That's ridiculous. So I hope that I can get that done this year. But thank you for asking, Olivia.
Now we know
So
where the Eagles came from, huh?
that's right. That's right.
Hey, so I just had an idea that just popped in because I'm listening to everybody's like creative outlets and hobbies, and an idea came to me about having maybe an auction in the future. So we could do like a Facebook Live shopping auction. So maybe turn it into a philanthropic event, and we could showcase one of our pieces. We could even have like a sing along, do like a sing-a-thon perhaps as our auction.
There you
So
go.
connect to the
There you
scene.
go. That just reminds me, for those of you who may be listening live or for our visitors today, we have a very strong philanthropic mission as part of this group. All of us have servant hearts, and we want to do more. And whether that's with our time, talent, treasure, whatever that might look like, and we're always open for new suggestions. And so this is a place, just like that. Olivia just had an idea pop in. She's going to throw it out there, and we'll see if it sticks. So love that. Thank you for sharing, Olivia. Our question that I thought would be interesting for us to try and have a discussion question each time during 2021 was, I want you to think outside the box a little bit, and all of us are working together. What is a business that you wish was out there that's not? What is a service or a product or something that you really wish was there that could help you or help other entrepreneurs? Does anybody have any ideas? If you don't today, I want you to put that and write that down. Hang on just a second, Mary. And then I want us to think about that, because one of the things that we do is we want to brainstorm business ideas, and then we want to fund and launch businesses. And the best way that we can do that is by tapping into your minds and your experience out there and find out what is missing in the marketplace. Or maybe it's not missing, maybe it's not done very well, and that we need to come together and maybe make that a reality. So start thinking about that. Mary, go ahead. What did you have that you wanted to bring forward?
Oh, sure. Okay. So I've got two or three of them ideas. The first one is actually about how teaching like transitional mothers, like women who are not having children, but who are becoming mothers. So they're making that transition there. I've noticed that they either don't know how to do it, or they especially don't know how to financially plan for it. And I'm wondering what Pool of Collective Resources, how we can teach classes or workshops or groups on prospective mothers who are becoming that, but who like create a better stable foundation for the child by teaching them some basic monetary and economic skills and financial planning. Even just things like put $25 or $50 in an account every single month, until your child turns 18, and then teach them how to invest that. They'll have $1 million by the time they're 65, And so I think there could be a really great impact with that, just teaching some basic financial independence and some financial skills like that. And then maybe even like motherhood skills or these kinds of things, like relieving some of that isolation or shame that is part and parcel of certain particular areas and cultures. Like it's a specific culture problem in certain areas. So I think there's that. We can improve a lot of that. And why I say that is because I'm a math teacher or math educator. I'm an engineer, and my longer term end goal is to receive more women into science, technology, engineering, and math. And we need to cultivate better our women. But so much of the time, childbirth and then missing out on education is a real and significant barrier. And so if we can help women out that way, I think that'd be super cool. And I'm way on board with that. So, you know, I'm all in for that. And then some other things I was also thinking about, teaching people about technology. Like I gave an example the other day on Facebook about, we've got like millennials and Gen Z folks, so the younger kids, they're coming in and they're growing up with an iPod attached to their body. Like they're just in it and they don't understand the costs, like not just economic, but also health and environmental. We have a group of doctors and real smart folks here. There's in health types, health educators. I mean, it's not just what's the data plan, how $4.99 a month. It's not just the cost of this. It's also the crystals we're digging out of the earth, the toxic plastic chemicals, and then the Wi-Fi and the radiation, because that causes brain cancer, causes ADD, causes communication problem. How many of y'all got kids or grandkids all day on school right now? That's unprecedented. Consuming that much data, there are real costs to that. And so I think I'm personally trying to begin a conversation around it, and maybe I'll teach some workshops and monetize it, turn it into a business. But I'm working on those themes, and I think we need more of that.
Thank you for sharing. One of the things that's on my heart right now is the book that I published last year was From Welfare to Faring Well. And I was shocked, and this is United States what I'm talking about, but I know it's worldwide, how many people have their hand out and that are not willing to be contributors to society, but takers. And so many people are on welfare and government assistance programs and all of this stuff. And it really breaks my heart that the work ethic and I think entrepreneurship can solve a whole lot of these issues. Sometimes people have never been around it. They don't understand it. They don't know how to make money. Like you said, the financial education, the financial literacy is lacking. In the United States, we have generation upon generation of people on welfare, and it has become so normalized that they think that that is a way of life, you know. I have some ideas on how we could do that, but I really think entrepreneurship and free capitalist, you know, society can take care of that. There's so many people out there that have gifts and talents that they don't know how to bring that forward or what they can do. And I'm really committed to helping people launch their own side businesses to get out of that rat race. You know, when you're making more on welfare than you can by going to work every day, that's no incentive, right? That's no incentive. There needs to be some incentives out here to show people that they can break outside that, you know, stop that generational curse of government assistance programs. Kate, did you have something you wanted to share?
I just on both what you were talking about and also what Mary was saying, from going to the root of making change is really a lot of women, first of all, and people that are using government assistance and don't want to go out and go to work. And a lot of people actually left their jobs so that they could collect, because they were actually getting paid more money than they were making in their income in their jobs. But if we look at the root of the issues here, we're talking about emotional and mental, and what happened in their past, and how some people can go past that and thrive. So what we need to do is somehow reach these people. And I just had an idea. So the government spends a lot of money on this aspect, right? So if we could create it in a way where the government would fund the program to actually teach people, to reach them and make it a prerequisite that they actually did this, we could reach more people. So teaching them doing personal development things, doing healing around all of what has been broken in our lives, because that's where it all starts. Our mindset comes from, you know, I mean, we are so impacted with generational curses and present day life situations as children. And we can look at people and say, well, why are they so lazy? Well, it's not that. That's not the problem. It's what's going on underneath all of that. And so how do you interest people in doing that are in a place where they don't even know that there's anything else, that a different mindset? So going through the possibility of going through governmental organizations and actually teaching something that is really impactful. So utilizing the technology and science that we know how to access the subconscious to actually speed up the healing process and radically change what is going on internally, then we'll be able to actually serve them really well by helping them on a business side and teaching them how to actually then dream again and to be able to step forward into that. We'll be able to reach way more people that way. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. It does. It does.
Wouldn't it be cool if the social services put on vision board trainings and theta healings? And I don't know, Laura should lead an axe throwing event. I think that's really healing. You know, some pictures of those people in your past, a good, you know, knife throw across. It could hurt.
Some of the research, however, and I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or nothing like that, but some of the research that I uncovered was, even though we all would love to see that happen, it appears that the government will continue to do these things to keep people dependent on government, because otherwise there would not be any reason for them to be there. And that's sad that you have to think like that, but through my research, that is some of the things that I uncovered. And so it was said that we could go through some of these nonprofit groups and different things like that, and that would be our end, you know what I'm saying, to get to these people versus the governmental problem. It'd be a longer process, but I think we would have better luck. And the other thing before we get on to our featured speaker today, Marsha Lecour, very happy to have her today, is, you know, you have single mothers and fathers who get themselves in that hamster wheel, and there's no way out. They get on government programs, and, you know, they need a hand up, not, you know, what is that? Not a handout, but a hand up. And some very systematic steps. But anyways, I'm going to close this segment out. I just wanted to start getting your mind wrapped around some very real things that are going on in our world that we could possibly make an impact here through our organization of people. We have great minds, lots of a variety of experience levels here, and some great ideas. So we'll continue this conversation probably on one of our masterminds. So thank you for sharing that. At this time, I'd like to bring forward our featured speaker for today, none other than our very own Marsha Lecour. Marsha helps entrepreneurs and professionals lose weight, keep it off, and experience inner calm around food to overcome food cravings. She does this with coaching. She's also a #1 international author, professional speaker, trainer, and adventurer. Marsha's superpower is contagious enthusiasm. We'd all agree to that, those of us who know Marsha. The key ingredient that her clients use to inspire, influence, and impact others. She's a certified success strategist with formal education and experience in corporate training, meditation, mindfulness practices, health, and wellness. When Marsha isn't speaking to entrepreneurs, business owners, or professionals about health and wellness, supporting entrepreneurs with their health, or volunteering at community events, you can find her at live musical events, working out in the gym, writing another book, or planning her next adventure. One of the things that I love about Marsha, just like most of you in this room, every week she comes to the table and she brings it, and we learn something new about her. She's an amazing, amazing woman. Join me in welcoming Marsha Lecour.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nancy. So what I'm going to do at this point is share my screen. So just give me a minute here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, can you all see this?
We can.
Yes.
Yeah, but can you see one slide? Or do you see them all at the side?
We see the one slide plus the side on the side.
Yeah, I just want to get it so that
you need to go to slide share, and from the beginning, there you go.
Okay.
And then use your mouse and click it through.
Right, got it. Thank you. So today, we're going to be doing a talk about why put off feeling good 3 powerful tips to take back your health. And so I always like to start out with humor. Potato chips, root beer, and cupcakes aren't an unhealthy lunch. It means you're a vegetarian. And I'm a vegetarian, so that's dear to my heart.
I do know vegetarians that actually have eaten that way.
I know. Resistance training is just as important as cardio. Train yourself to resist chocolate, pastries, fried foods, beer, and pizza. And finally, today I will live in the moment, unless the moment is unpleasant, in which case I will eat my cookie. So this is just a brief background of who I am. I've been taught I've done training as a meditation teacher. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, certified in a couple of areas. And what I want to start out with today is with a guided meditation. Now, how does this work? So we're going to spend just a few minutes doing a guided meditation. And so the first thing I'm going to invite you to do is to turn off your camera, because that will prevent any distractions. So let's all turn off our cameras or our videos. And then once you've done that, then you're going to close your eyes and just sit comfortably, and I will guide you. So sitting comfortably with your eyes closed. And you're just breathing in and you're breathing out. And just keep your awareness on your breath. One inhalation at a time. One exhalation at a time. And bring your awareness to the breath. Wherever you feel it most prominent in the body. It could be the nose, the chest, the abdomen, or any other place. Becoming aware of your breath, going in and going out. And not minding any thoughts that come across your mind. There is no need to visualize, count, or figure out the breath. Just being mindful of this natural process of the body without judgment. Just watching the breath ebb and flow like the waves on the sea.
There's no place to go, nothing else to do. Just being in the here and now, noticing the breath. And when a thought pops up, just acknowledge it. Let it go and come back to your breathing. Riding your breath moment to moment. One breath in and one breath out at a time. And now, keeping the eyes closed, come back to now, keep breathing. And I will count backwards from 5. And as I count backwards, you will slowly open your eyes and come back to now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly open the eyes. And then now you can turn on your camera again. So how did you enjoy that? Does anybody want to share?
When I opened up my eyes again, it just felt like everything was new, like fresh.
Anybody else? What was it like actually when you were actually going through the guided meditation with your eyes closed? Anybody else have an experience?
It's hard for me to get started because my mind is always going in a million directions. But then by the time it was over with, I was very relaxed and calm and no crazy thoughts going through my head.
This is what happens when we come back to now. So the first tip I want to talk about is meditation, all right? And in the process of meditating, what happens is we're bringing our attention inward. It's called the inward dive. And we have 5 different types of brainwave patterns. And most of us spend our time down here in Delta, where we have our awareness, we're looking outward, and we are focused outward on everything around us. And this is where we get caught up in distractions. Now, when you were going through the guided meditation, what you were experiencing a shift from delta to theta. And this is what happens when you go to bed at night and you're sleeping. You move from beta to theta. And that starts that process of relaxation. Then, if you continue meditating, then you get into a state of alpha, which is deeper relaxation. And so this is important for people, especially people who have a weight issue, because when you're in front of the fridge and you're bored or restless, what you want to do is you just want to pause, close your eyes, and then just take a breath. If you go in like this, if you inhale for 4, count for 4, and release for 4, that will help you. So let's just practice that now. So let's just close our eyes again, and I'll take you through this breathing routine. So inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and release, 2, 3, 4. Now do that on your own for another 2 cycles. Counting in for 4, holding it for 4, and releasing it for 4. And do one more round. In, hold, and release. Now, why is that important? Because when you go through that just took like 1 minute, and you're standing in front of the fridge, then it brings you to this point of here and now in the present time. And you can ask yourself and check, you can do an internal check-in and say, okay, I'm in front of the fridge. What am I hungry for? Is it emotional hunger? Is it physical hunger? So this breathing routine just brings you into the self-awareness, which is really key. Now, what are some of the benefits of meditation? Well, some of you experienced more relaxation. Now, when I was teaching transcendental meditation for a while, people would report that they had reduced anxiety, blood pressure went down, increased resistance, reduced stress. Because many times when we're operating from beta, we are in this fight or flight behavior. And so if we are feeling stressed out, then our cortisol goes up. But if you come back to mindfulness just in that breathing routine, then your cortisol levels will go down. Meditation also increases divergent thinking. What does that mean? If you have an issue, before you start to meditate, and let's say you meditate for 15 minutes, then you will expand your creative ability, which means that your brain will transform into divergent thinking. And when you wake up, you will probably realize you have different perspectives about that same issue. And it also allows you to have increased focus and memory. Now, Steve Jobs says, when a person goes into the operating room, he will realize there is one book he has to finish reading, the book of healthy life. Now, tip number 2 focuses on nutrition. Now, I want you to write down right now, wherever you are, what have you eaten today? All your BLTs, bites, licks, and tastes. So make a list just in the next minute or 2. Even if it's water, fruit, candy, chocolate bars, pop, coffee. And this is truth time.
She said pop.
Or soda. In Canada, we call it pop.
Is pop a Canadian word or something, Jessica?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Soda pop.
Soda pop. Yeah. Okay, now does anybody want to share what they've eaten today so far? Any volunteers?
Sure, I will.
Okay.
What have I had today? Good question. I had my oatmeal this morning for breakfast, and I usually have like nuts and seeds and dates and I don't know, whatever I put in it. And then I've had one of our protein shakes with some supplements in it and some vegetable soup. So I've done a pretty good day today.
Of course she volunteers. She ate wonderful. I had a cup of coffee and a
That's
bowl
right.
of cereal.
I'm sitting
Now,
here
if you ask-
snacking on some Cheez-Its, a whole box of Cheez-Its.
if you asked me yesterday, it would have been a different day.
Me and
Today was a good
Mikey,
day.
me and Mikey had a bowl of Life cereal, and I think it might have been organic whole milk. OMG, a cup of coffee and some flavored hazelnut creamer. Because yeah, that's
Yesterday-
it. That's all I've had to eat today, though. I haven't had a chance to eat again yet.
Okay, well, thank you. So we've had a variety of different foods here. Now, Dr. Mark Hyman is both an MD, medical doctor, and a functional medicine practitioner, which means that rather than just dealing with the symptoms, he gets to the root of that health issue. And he's involved with a field of medicine called nutrigenomics, which is really how does food affect the genes? Now, many of us are really unconscious about what we're eating. And he makes the point that food contains information that talks to your genes. He would say that food, when you ingest it, it's either turning on the switch for health or it's turning off the switch. So this is very important to note. And so food contains that information, and it's having a conversation with the DNA within your cell. And he says food is the fastest acting and most powerful medicine you can take to change your life. And here we have Mark right here with the green food. Now, food is not just calories, it talks to your DNA. And the most powerful tool to change your health environment and entire world is your fork. So here we have the broccoli talks to the genes, which activates the cellular defenses. And so if you're eating junk food, it's turning on those switches to set up probability and possibility for disease. If you're eating food that's in its natural unprocessed state, like broccoli, it's turning on those genes to move you in the direction of health. So basically, you have a choice consciously to either move in the direction of health or disease. So this is not woo-woo, this is nutrigenomics. And he makes the point here, your fork, the most powerful tool to transform your life and change the world. So toxic foods to remove are anything with sugar or refined carbs and trans fats. And here are some suggestions here about what you want to sort of focus on. Fruits, vegetables, lean protein, good fats, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. And Virgil said, the greatest wealth is health. Tip number 3 is forest bathing. Now, I don't know if any of you have heard this term, but it comes from Japanese and it's Shinrin Yoku, which means bathing in the forest atmosphere. And basically you're taking in everything through the 5 senses in the forest. Now, it's not like power walking or thinking, okay, I have to do my 5K in the forest. No, it's more at the other end of the spectrum. It's more like slow, meditative, where you can just sort of let your hair down. And what does this do for you? It reduces stress, it improves your mood, frees up your creativity, and it boosts your immune system because the trees emit phytoncides, which enhances activity of killer cells, which in turn activate your immune system. And it accelerates your recovery from illness and reduces high blood pressure. So you want to take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. This is what Jim Rohn has said. We all know Jim Rohn. So the summary, meditate twice a day, eat clean, and go out into the forest every day if you can. So my thank you to you, and I have a gift for you. If you go to my website and put in your name and email, and you will get a download there of a 15-minute guided meditation and a PDF of 5 simple steps to take back your health. So
I need happy news. I need yummy food this Italian girl can eat so that I can stop crying over this presentation right before my lunch, by the way.
So thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
That was my question. She's just going to ignore me.
No, I'm going to. So Jessica, was that Jessica?
Yes. The whiny one of the group. I love food. I'm the Italian mother of 7. We make cannolis and cheesecake and pasta and meatballs. None of these things sound like they're on your list.
Well, you can modify things. You don't have to eliminate them. You can modify them.
I can help you too, Jessica. I've made that transition myself. I used to, for the first 15, all of my former boyfriends were Italian, and like mostly Italian military guys. And so I ate a lot of Italian food, and I had to retrain myself. And I've personally made a lot of those swaps, and like I can help you with that. It's I loved to eat as well, but I cook more naturally now. It's doable.
I used to eat all that too, and I've slowly transitioned. I mean, I didn't do all this, just one day and wake up and say, oh yeah, I'm going to make all this. Like I used to be.
That's my question, Marsha. Why don't you share your background and how you got involved in all of this with your health?
So just basically, I was born with a heart condition, hole in the heart. At age 5, I had open heart surgery. I received a blood transfusion. The blood came from a prisoner in the deep south of the States. This was back in 1957. That gave rise to a condition called hepatitis C. It was diagnosed formally in 1986. There was no treatment, and otherwise it would just be a slow death. That's what it was back then. So I chose that I didn't want to really go through the thing of a slow death. So I thought, well, I'm going to become proactive. So that's when I really started, looking at different things. Food became a big piece of it. And so I became vegetarian, stopped eating meat, stopped eating chicken, got off sugar, got off gluten, quit alcohol. I had a drinking problem back then. So this was really slowly transitions that I made. Plus, 8 people in my immediate family or my family died of cancer, and 3 others had cancer. And so I could see there was a certain way of thinking with people when they contracted this. And I was a volunteer for many years with the Canadian Cancer Society, and I had worked with 500 different people who had cancer. So I really got to see a lot of things. And when I was working with these people with cancer, one of the things they said to me was, I would be visiting them in their homes. And one of the things they would say is, I wish I had done something earlier in my life about my health, which was one of the points I wanted to make, Nancy, today, when you were talking about, what are some of the things that we want to look at? And Mary was talking about some of those things and other people. One of the things I think is really important is that we speak to people that are in their 20s and 30s so that they don't end up in a long-term care facility. Because long-term care facilities are not the best places, especially when you're older. I had 3 family members who went in there. They all declined and they all died within long-term care facilities. And so the other thing too, people in these long-term care facilities are frail. Frailty can be slowed down or reversed. This is scientifically proven. And if you do things like meditation, eat clean, and lift weights and do cardio, even when you're 70, 80, 90 in a frail condition, you can slow down frailty. And so I think there has to be a huge paradigm shift in health. Too many people are relying on the guys in the white coats for their health. Doctors don't know everything. And doctors are not being honest with us today. I don't want to get political, but we know that. They've just gone ahead now since Biden became president to change PCR testing. They're going to reduce the number of cycles. They just made that up.
Yeah. And one of the things, Marsha, just for future reference, I really believe in, and you guys can agree or disagree what you think I'm fixing to say, is Marsha, I think you should lead off with that story when you're talking about health, because it's a very powerful testimony to let everybody know where you're coming from. Your presentation was excellent. Thank you very much for that. Loved it. But I think if you'd have started out, you could tell when you were telling that story, your passion, was really shining through. And because a lot of us, and one of the things you're right, I mean, I've seen since my mother has come to live with me, we were talking the other day, for probably about the last 10 or 12 years, I bet my mother has had to go to the doctor like twice a week. Since she's been living here with me, the only time that she has been to the doctor is when she fell and broke her shoulder. And I don't know how long now she's been with me, 90 days or so, whatever, but she's, and it is because of besides the environment, but the nutrition, making her eat, and the supplements and all the different things that, paying attention to that. And I mean, she could barely get out of a chair, and now she's walking and vibrant and feeling great and wanting to get out and travel and do all these things. So,
and one other thing I want to say.
Yes.
So Dr. Bruce Lipton, you can look him up. He says that there are 3 causes of disease. And he said one of them is thought. And we talked last week about Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I was telling, I was posting a lot in the chat about Dr. Joe Dispenza, who in his healing journey, get a load of this. Did I tell the story about Joe Dispenza?
I don't think so.
Well, this is fascinating. Just give me another minute here. He was a chiropractor, was a meditation teacher, was doing the ultra marathon, there's the bike riding, the swimming, and the
decathlon.
Yeah. So he was on the bike portion, got knocked off his bike by some big Bronco vehicle, broke parts of his vertebrae, was told that he would need major surgery, didn't want it. So he laid flat on his back using his mind. He made up these mind movies of the structure of the vertebrae from the time it was broken until it healed. Within 3 months, using only his mind, the power of his mind, he healed himself to be fully functional, back again as a chiropractor and as an athlete within 3 months.
You did share that. I remember once you got started on the story, that was an extremely powerful story.
So it starts up here. And if we can get people now in their 20s and 30s to start thinking here, okay, this is what I want for my life. This is what I'm going to choose to eat. This is what I'm going to choose to do. Then you're in charge of your health, not the doctor with the white lab coat. And we've all been
and for those of us
brainwashed.
who are a little bit older, it's never too late. I'm starting on this.
Do something now.
Yes. Start with those baby steps. Start with those baby steps. So we've got a lot of people inside our group. Yes.
Yeah. So here's another thing. Let's say you don't walk. Let's take the worst case scenario. Let's say you don't walk. You decide, okay, I'm going to walk 5 minutes today. You go out, walk 2.5 minutes, and then come back 2.5 minutes. And do that again tomorrow, and do that for 7 days. You've created that habit for 7 days. Let's say you hate vegetables. Go out and start eating 1 vegetable every day. That's it. And you've started in the right direction. And do some kind of meditation. And you're on your way.
Very good. Thank you very much, Martha, for that very insightful presentation today. And Thank you, everybody that's on Facebook Live right now. Take a look. I hope you enjoyed our presentation and got a chance to meet some of the members of our tribe today. We'll see you all next Friday at 11:30 Central Standard Time. We invite you to come and take a look. We're entrepreneurs on a mission. We're wanting to help one another rise higher, go further, faster. We want to change the world one entrepreneur at a time. So I will see you all next week. Have a fabulous weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy. Have a great week, everyone, and weekend.
Thank you, Marsha. You're amazing. Even putting up with stubborn people like me.
Don't forget to save your chat if you need it. Holler at
Done.
me.
Done.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.